Hey everybody, welcome to another comic book review. In this video, I'll be talking about Klaus by Grant Morrison and Dan Mora. This is the hardcover edition of the first book in the Klaus series. There are currently 3 out right now, and this is the first one. This original one, it's also known as Klaus, How Santa Claus Began. They kind of retitled it that whenever the paperback edition came out. Um, has this beautiful gold finish on the edges of the pages. Looks really, really nice. All of the hardcover editions of the books in this series have that gold finish on the pages, like on the edges of them. Um, so, like, even before you open the book, it's just beautiful, eye-catching presentation. Um, Really, really well done in terms of like the cover art, and just looks really nice. And then once you open it up and you see the artwork inside, it is even more beautiful. The highlight of this book for me is the art. Dan Mora's art is spectacular. Uh, it is very rich, very detailed. The coloring, especially, is really eye popping. The light and the shadow um, that are like captured so well in this book really stand out as well. The story of this book follows Klaus, who is this kind of like a hunter. He has this wolf that travels with him named Lily, and he goes back to his hometown of Grimsvig, only to discover that it has become just plagued with unhappiness, and it's being ruled by this totalitarian kind of dictator, and he kind of has the whole city under his watch and like in his grip. Um, Children are not allowed to play with toys because the Baron takes all of the toys from the kids and gives them to his son, who is very greedy and unappreciative, and um, just just a mean kid. So the Baron and his wife are kind of ruling this city, but his wife is not inherently bad like the Baron is. His wife is just kind of going along with him, and there are other people in the town that are um, under the Baron that are starting to realize that they don't like what the Baron is doing. But the Baron, what he's not telling everybody else is that he has a deeper motive. There's something in the caves underneath the city of Grimsvig that is calling to him to be released. And so he's having all of the men in the town break their backs digging coal and mining in the mines and just doing really, really physically intense work. And That's all in an effort to release this thing that's hidden under this cave. And I won't get into like specifics when it comes to that, but it's really cool whenever it is revealed what it is. So, the storytelling in this book, I'm going to be honest, it's kind of all over the place. It doesn't really flow as well as I would have wanted it to. It presents a lot of really cool ideas, but it is kind of all over the place. That being said, the highlight of this book is easily Dan Mora's art. Grant Morrison's writing is somewhat hit or miss for me. He has written books that I absolutely love, such as Batman Arkham Asylum. He's written books that I think are just true classics of the comic book medium. And then he's also written stuff that I don't think I'll ever revisit again just because it's not my taste or it's not my cup of tea. He's kind of hit or miss for me. He's been really, really good, and he's also been not so great. Story-wise, like I said, he comes up with some really cool ideas. The execution is just a little rushed and all over the place, and I wish that it were paced better. Because there are some things that are just kind of glossed over where it's like, wait a second, we were just here, now we're here, and now there's like all these weird ideas being introduced, which, yeah, that's really cool, but I just wish that it would have been paced better. But honestly, that kind of is not the reason that I read these books. The reason that I enjoy the Klaus books so much is just because of Dan Mora's art. The way he captures this kind of medieval Viking version of Santa Claus, and he gives like this really cool visual for like an origin story of like medieval Santa Claus, and that's really, really cool to see. Because at the start of the book, Klaus is just kind of like this like really tough hunter. He has this wolf, and they travel everywhere together, and he's just a cool character. But as the book goes on, you start to see that he has a really good heart. He cares about kids, and he cares about people's happiness and joy. And so he sets out to spread some cheer to the town of Grimsvig and kind of breathe life back into his hometown. And in doing this, he kind of becomes Santa Claus, this like immortal figure that people everywhere know and love today. So this is kind of his origin story. And Dan Mora does a wonderful job at drawing this origin story and making it look as beautiful as I possibly can. So those are my thoughts on Klaus, the first volume. Thank you so much, as always, for watching, and look forward to more videos in the future. Have a wonderful day.